everybody, welcome back to Wrestle Pop. Today we're talking about Billy Gunn's recent interview on AEW's Unrestricted, where he says that he has regained his passion for the industry.
I love it, guys. He's regained his passion. It's a great thing, right? So if you know his history, he's kind of a character. He got fired from WWE twice. The first time he left the company because he got fired. What did he do? He did a shoot interview in which he basically talked a lot of smack about Triple H. And then after that, they kind of gave him a second chance, and then he was back with the company, and he tested positive for, well, steroids, you know, and then they had to let him go. And then he went from wrestling in 20,000 arenas to probably an arena that had 100 people, 200 people, you know, maybe 1,000. You know, he was basically wrestling in the indies.
Yeah.
And during that time, if you guys seen interviews that he's done, I seen one where he basically was really rude to the interviewer, and it was kind of like as if it was not worth his time, right? And he was very like, pretty much he just came off as a jerk in that interview. And I could imagine why, because like I said, he went from wrestling in 10, 20,000 arenas to probably 100, 200, maybe 1,000. What does that mean, guys? $50 paycheck, $100 paycheck.
Yeah.
Maybe 800, 500, you know, 1,000, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's not the kind of money that he was making before. So obviously he's not enjoying it, because sure, he made maybe like $1,000, but he's got, you know, fuel for his car, maybe a rental car. He's got a plane ticket. He's got a hotel. So he does have expenses.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these indies aren't covering that kind of stuff also, right? So I'm sure he lost his passion because he wasn't making the money that he was. And now he says, now that he's at AEW, he is, you know, regaining his passion.
Regaining his passion.
Right? Yeah, I'm sure he's inspired by being around the young wrestlers who are full of like piss and vinegar, right?
He's inspired by the Benjamins.
Yeah, I don't think he's regained his passion. I think he's like just happy to have a decent paycheck,
Yeah.
right? Like, and plus they don't really travel like WWE does anymore. At this stage in his career, I'm sure he doesn't want to be traveling, you know, 300 plus days. He's just happy to be traveling a couple of days out of the week, making probably $200,000-$300,000, right? And so I think that is probably his passion.
Yes.
His passion is his paycheck.
Exactly.
But I always love when wrestlers spin it, right? So what do you guys think? Do you guys think Billy Gunn has regained his passion, or he's just happy he's regained a decent paycheck?
And how long will this last? Will
Yes.
he be able to keep his mouth shut?
That's a very good question, because he is one of those guys that is very self-destructive, right? Because back in the day, Vince Russo or Vince McMahon wanted him to kind of have a feud with Stone Cold. And apparently Stone Cold, even though they were good friends, said Billy wasn't ready for it. So Billy is kind of, I wonder if he's always been his, like, you know,
Own worst enemy.
yeah, worst enemy here, right? Because if your own best buddy doesn't want to put you over,
Yeah.
what does that say about you, man? And so I feel like you said, it's just a matter of time till he kind of gets fired from AEW.
Yep.
And then he's back to the indies, and he's lost his passion.
Yeah, exactly. So how long do you guys give him? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, and if you haven't done so already, you know what you got to do?
Make sure to click that subscribe button, give us a like, click that notification bell, and share this video with all of your friends and family who love wrestling as much as you do. Bye.
I wanted to ask you, you were in so many of the infamous locker rooms throughout the WWE.
Well, I don't know if I was in so many infamous locker rooms. I was in my locker room. It was always my locker room when I was in it.
But what would you say was your favorite locker room? I mean, you were in the new generation.
The one that I was in.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by locker room.
No, I mean...
Now, this is my favorite locker room because I'm in it at Butler High School. Butler Bulldogs. In this locker room. This is my favorite locker room right now.